Krishna. He is also Padma Shri. He was awarded the title after he passed away. He passed away in 2015, actually, 3 years back. He is also more popularly known as the L&T man. You know L&T, ECC, Engineering Construction Company, Glassman Trooper, who have done our metro rail project. Hyderabad metro rail is constructed by L&T. So, he was a man who joined L&T as an assistant engineer those days. In the 60s, 1960, he joined as an assistant engineer, a private company, and he has grown to the level of joint managing director. And you know the turnover of L&T group now, it is more than 1 lakh crores in civil engineering. Show me an IT company which has that kind of turnover. No, maybe Microsoft or maybe Amazon. Amazon is not an IT company, it is also a logistics. But he is a man who has joined the company as assistant engineer, and he was not cursing his job and all. He has worked for the company, he had a vision, he has brought in the technology. You have seen that segmental construction, you have seen that small pieces being joined as a metro rail span. So that was all the technology brought by him to the company, and he had a vision of using technology in construction. So I had the opportunity to work with him, interact with him closely, days together on these technologies. So he is another great personality from whom we can draw inspiration. Do you know this man? Dr. Sridhar, he is also a Padma Vibhushan now. He is coveted. He is more popularly known as Metro Man. If you see the metro rail in Hyderabad or Delhi Metro, he was the behind. He is the advisor of any metro project in our country. And he is a civil engineer like all of us. He joined the Indian Railways as an assistant engineer. Started his career with the Mammal Bridge in Rameshwaram. And he has grown, and he was the man behind Konkan Railways. You know Konkan Railways? Goa and Karnataka region. So he was the man behind, he has grown to the level of chief engineer. And then he was the man behind the Calcutta Metro. And then he was taken as first non-IAS managing director of a corporation, the Delhi Metro Rail. And he is an engineer, he was taken as managing director. And you know, technology doesn't have parties, Congress or BJP or anything. So he was the only man who was wanted by all the governments, Congress, BJP, again Congress. He was not, they are not leaving him. You know, he is now 85 years old, young and active, working even now. He lives in Cochin now. And why I am saying all these examples are, you have seen so many people, now I have shown, and Visvesvaraya lived for 100 years. So those who are clean and work hard, you also live longer. Your health will be clean if you work hard, if you are committed to your profession. So that is, so with these examples so I have given different examples of private sector, government to politics, and then now he is still advisor to all the metros. He was not allowed to retire. He has forcefully come off the job at the age of 80 years. And you can see a lot of WhatsApp yarn about him now also. Okay, so these are the. So what is this building? This building is a bus station in Vadodara. Can you imagine in India now we are building that kind of facilities? Our engineering has grown to the level, thanks to so many committed engineers, civil engineers. We are able to build better than the best in the world. So this is the bus station, and this is the closer view of that bus station. Okay, and this is the internal view of the bus station. So when I say bus station, you will get a feeling think of what is the Jubilee bus station or Implement bus station or Vijayawada bus station and all that. But we can also build this kind of bus stations. Also. So this is a highway in our own country. And you know, first Vasavi, who was then the Prime Minister in 2000, he has started this Golden Quadrilateral project. 72,000 crores was spent on making our highways matching with the international standards. Who have built those highways? We, Indian civil engineers. Who have built. And now you know, Bharat Mala is the project still being implemented. We are expanding these highways in our country, and it is the civil engineers who are building this kind of best highways. And you know, Hyderabad has the best outer ring road in the country itself. Who have built this? We engineers. Who have planned? It is our engineers. Hyderabad. And the irrigation projects. Have you read about the Kaleswaram now? What is the value of that project? 83,000 crores. You are hearing about Polavaram? The value of the project is 50,000 crores. Tell me one IT project which cost that much. It is civil engineering, and I know the chief engineer of Kaleswaram with whom I interact, and it is a mega project, I would say. You know, one pump, how much power it consumes in Kaleswaram? 130 megawatts. 130 megawatts. That means 1/4 of Hyderabad. Power is consumed by one pump in Kaleswaram. And who has conceived, conceiving that kind of power, energy to bring water from all the way there to different parts of Telangana to irrigate the land. It was the vision of Chief Minister of Telangana now. And this is interchange. It is called the Great Separated Interchange of a highway in Delhi, near Delhi Airport. You can see the quality of the work done and the complexity of the traffic and transportation engineering that is done. It's all designed by our own engineers. And this is Delhi Metro. Delhi Metro. Have you been to Delhi anytime? Any one of you? You should see, because Delhi Metro was conceived, executed by the Metro man, engineer Sridhar. And you know, there are 150 metros in the world when Delhi Metro was built. And there are only 4 metros which are making operational profit. One of them was Delhi. So that is the commitment, dedication made by one engineer who has worked. So engineers means not just drawing or calculations, computer, no. Engineer means project delivery. Kaleswaram, for example. Okay, Chief Minister has envisioned, I want to get water from Kaleswaram to all the parts of Telangana which are on higher level. But who will convert that vision, dream into action? It is we, the civil engineers, who will think about how to do it, where to put the tunnel, where to pump the water, how to collect the water, how to distribute the water. All this is done by we civil engineers. Okay? And Delhi Metro was like that, delivered by engineer Sridhar, who has, it is the toughest part, you know, first elevated metro in our country. Calcutta Metro was underground actually, but that was done for 20 years. Whereas Delhi Metro phase 1 was delivered in 3 years, and the Hyderabad Metro we have seen now, how quickly it is being delivered. So this is urban transportation. We civil engineers work for this urban transportation also. So you can see this, this is in Dwarka, Delhi, how complex construction it is. They will be going over the flyovers and all that. You can see the construction complexity. How much, what heights we will build bridges at 30-meter height, 40-meter height and all that. This is underground tunnel in Delhi. It's a precast panels. You can see there will be a tunnel boring machine and we will be erecting these panels. So you can see the quality and accuracy, how it is being done. Who will do this? It is civil engineers. We will design, we will execute, we will supervise, we will maintain, we will manage. It is the civil engineers. And this is what? A power plant. So if you see a chimney normally, this is called chimney. Flue stack it is called. So hot air goes through that, because if you leave the hot air at this level, you can't leave around. So you have to leave the hot air at the higher level. So when you see these flue stacks or chimneys, you should understand it's an industry. There is some hot air being generated. So power plants, complex power plants designed, and now you know Telangana, Kottagudem, Ramagundam, all these places, they are adding 3,000 megawatts of power within a span of 3 years. Who will do that? We, the civil engineers. And this is called cooling tower. This is called cooling tower. Yeah? And the shape of the cooling tower is hyperbolic parabola shell. It is a shell like. You know, mathematics, we study the parabola, hyperbolic parabola, and hyperbolic parabola is a 3D shape of that. If you rotate the hyperbolic parabola in 360 degrees, you get the hyperbolic parabola shell. And you know the thickness of this structure, concrete, it is 300 mm. It is just 300 mm. And the height is 106 meters, diameter is 80 meters. If you take the proportion of that thickness to the overall diameter, it is equivalent to your eggshell. Yet you know, eggshell thickness to diameter proportion you take the same proportion. And imagine recently there was a video of this cooling tower collapsing in WhatsApp, if you could see. You know why it has collapsed? It is due to imperfection in the geometry. That means if you go out by 200 mm in the shape, it will collapse. It is so sensitive to the shape, geometry, coordinates. So we have to do that. But there are thousands of such cooling towers. Every thermal power station you will have this cooling tower. What it will do, you know? Thermal station is what it will do. It will heat the water, generate the steam, boilers. So steam will be supplied through steam turbine. So steam turbine will rotate and generate the power with the dynamo. You know that, no? Simple principle. So again, that water has to be cooled to get it back for heating it. So you have to cool it fast. So how do you cool? You take the water to 100-meter height and drop it inside. So 100 meters, the water will fall. So there is a structure inside also. So when it drops, it will be open below. So why that shape is taken, you know, the air, it is thermodynamics. The cool air enters, collects the heat from the water and escapes into the air again. So that is why it is called cooling tower. It cools the water inside. What is this? Windmill towers. So if you go to Tamil Nadu, we have in Telugu movies also some songs. You know why they do songs there? Because they are dynamic, they will be rotating. It is all energy. You get energy if you walk through that area. So energy means you will feel happy, elated. So that's why they take movie songs in that. And this is water distribution. If you build dam like Sri Sailam, Nagar Sagar, all these dams if you build, Sri Ram Sagar, what they will do? They will store the water and supply it through gravity, through the canals. So these are such distributions are done. Head regulator, it is called the main head regulator in irrigation. And this is what? It's a cement plant. That's why it is dusty. You know, you can't see clearly. So much of dust will be generated in cement plants. So this is a cement plant, heavy industry. So we build cement plants and we use cement. We civil engineers use cement. And what is this? This is Bombay Bandra-Worli Sea Link Bridge. This was the most challenging bridge we have built in our country in the last 2 decades. You know, Hindustan Construction Company has built. See the beauty of that bridge and challenge building in the sea. All the behind is Mumbai now. So this is the night view of that bridge. So we can build such beautiful constructions also, structures. Okay? And this is during construction. Now only you will see how difficult it is to construct such challenging bridges. And this is the closer view of that. This is 60-storied, 60 floors residential towers in Mumbai, constructed by our own Indian engineers. Okay, completed now. And this is mass housing. Hyderabad, government of Telangana is building 2 lakh houses now in 12 months. The most challenging one. Who will deliver? We will deliver. Because house is a dream of everyone, is it not? Living in their own house. So many people unfortunately can't fulfill their dream easily. So what government is doing? Government is giving free of cost 2-bedroom houses to 1 lakh people in Hyderabad city, 1 lakh people in rest of Telangana. So who will deliver 2 lakh houses? We civil engineers have to build. Imagine doing 2 lakh houses in 12 months. Within the cost, 1,300 rupees per square feet. This is a challenge. What is this? This is Hyderabad Airport. You know, GMR, Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, RGI. And this is rated as the best airport in the world now, in the category of 5 to 12 million passengers per annum. Who has built this? We, Indian engineers. You know, 20 years back exactly, I was traveling first abroad. So I used to feel why our country doesn't have this kind of airports, this kind of metro. In 20 years, now I am going abroad. Today, I feel why I am going abroad. We have the best airports, we have the best metro. India has got the best of facilities now because we are building late. So your friend, father builds a house now, and your father would have built house some 10 years back. You feel bad now. His house is new, fresh, with better facilities. Same with India. We have the best of the world facilities now. And I rate the Hyderabad airport as the best. And metro also. Hyderabad metro is going to be the best. So like that, we are having the best of the facilities and we are behind. So this is the, what is this, you know? This is called Air Traffic Control Tower, ATC Tower. So people sit here at the top and it's all glass because they should be able to see the entire airport. So being civil engineer, you ask me any technology, I can explain how aircraft lands because we design airports. How aircraft is guided, who will guide the aircraft? Do you know how aircraft lands when it is raining heavily and you can't see anything? How aircraft will land? You don't know. It is called Instrument Landing System, ILS. And you know, for ILS, you need an electromagnetic field. So they will blast the electromagnetic beam in conical, hyperbolic paraboloid shape. And you know, we design counterpoise earth system for the electromagnetic system. So we know everything. And you know, in airports you see something rotating. Every airport you go, I don't know, in this there will be a signal receiver rotating. We design that structure also. For an aircraft, they will be sending the signals. And the ground people have to receive that signal and guide the pilot how to land, which direction. So we will be, and similarly cell phone towers. And this is the night view of the Hyderabad airport. And it is best planned, best designed, best executed project of late. So this is what we have done so far in our country. And now, you must all know what is civil engineering. Why you are calling yourself civil engineer? What is civil in it? What is engineering in it? How, first let us understand how the word engineering has come. Do you know? From where engineering means the one who deals with the engine. Engineer? Correct? No, it's not correct. Engine is one of the engineer's work. Because engineers do it is called engine. It's not other way. Because we deal with engines, we are not called engineers. So, how ingenuity? You know the word ingenuity? I-N-G-E-N-U-I-T-Y. Ingenuity. That is original thinking actually. So in French, first they used to call those who do original work, they used to call them engineer. Ingenuity, from word ingenuity. So we are the original people. So there were not so many branches. Even prior to that, people used to call us master builders. In Rome, in Italy now, Rome. You have a saying also in English, Rome is not built in a day. So who has built? Master builders, those days, in first century and all. The word engineer has come in the 19th century first actually. So we should know how we are called engineers. You can type that in the net, you can Google. So we are engineers first. Then there was only one engineering branch. Only one. Engineering is one only. Master builders have become engineers. Then we started fighting in 18th century, 19th century and all. So they started differentiating military engineers. Those who designed those tanks for killing and fighting, they called them as military engineers. So what are other engineers then? Civil engineers. Those who deal with civilians. We are all civilians now. Civilization, civilians. So we are civilians. That is how we have become civil engineers. So the first and only engineering branch was civil engineering. Engineering has come to help civilization. Even when they didn't know the word engineering, we had the Mohenjo-daro, Harappa cities, you know, civilization, Indus civilization, Indus River. So then also they have built the drains, they have built the houses. So that's all engineering. Now we call it Vastu Shastra. The Vastu is nothing but engineering actually. They have documented those days in the civilization, 2000 years, 3000 years back itself. They have documented this engineering actually. So Romans are next, about 2000 years back. And you can see this Baha'i temple in Delhi. And you see the lotus temple, Baha'i lotus temple. And the oldest engineering discipline is civil engineering actually. And civil engineering caters to all living needs actually. You name anything, suppose the basic things are roti, kapda, or they are the fundamental things for a person to live. Roti. So how do you get roti? Pardon? You need a stove. You need a stove or what is that called? Roti they will make. Huh? Daba. In dabas they make roti. Huh? No. Koya. Total పోయి మనం అడిగితే ఇంకా ఆన్ చేయాలంటాడు. Okay. So first you need fire. You need fire. How do you get the fire? Either wood, firewood, or kerosene, or gas. No, I am just making you think. We take a lot of things for granted. Roti means, yeah, roti, anywhere. But how do you make roti? First and foremost is you need fire. So So the first quest of human beings was to get fire. You know that? They used to use two stones to make fire. Okay? So if you know Veda, in Veda they will explain how to make fire. So Veda was the oldest thing, ancient thing. No? So Stone Age. So we made the fire. That was the first need of human beings. So now we have to make the fire. So gas, if you want to get, you need engineer, civil. If you want to get kerosene, how do you get kerosene? From crude oil. Crude oil. How do you get crude oil? From the well. How do you take it out? That is engineering. You take out crude oil, then you refine crude oil. Distillation, distillery. From distillery you get the kerosene. You get plastics. You get gas. The natural gas. All this we use in LPG, liquid petroleum gas. LPG cylinders. All this is so fire you get from civil. And then how do you get the fire? Stove. Stove, how do you make? You need an industry. So who will build the industry? Civil. Okay. Now you got the fire. And what do you need then? Wheat, flour. How do you make wheat to flour? You need a grinder or mill. So where is mill housed? Building. So again, you need civil engineers to convert wheat into flour. Then how do you get wheat? How do you get wheat? Agriculture. So agriculture needs water. That means you need irrigation. That means you need irrigation structures, irrigation channels. Who will do all that? So roti ho gaya. Then kapda. How do you get your clothes? Because you are tell your parents, you are dealing with your food, you are going to deal with your clothes. So how do you make clothes? Yarn or cotton. Only two things. You have polyester yarn, terracotta, or cotton, or handloom. Is it? So cotton means what? Patti. How do you get cotton? From agriculture. Agriculture means again irrigation. You have to level the land, you have to get the water, and then you have to weave. How do you weave? Weavers, you need a house again. Or a mill, textile mill, you need a house again. You need the power, so many things. So all done by us. So the shirts, and how do you sell these shirts or buy these shirts or stitch these shirts? Or any clothes? Again you need a house, you need a machine, you need a power. Or everything, you need civil engineers behind. And next house, makan. House, we need not tell again. For everything in the house, you need. Then, these are basic things. Then how do you move? Today, how do you talk? How do you watch TV? How do you communicate through internet? You know, we are behind. I deal with all that. Even if you are listening to radio, I am behind that. I design those towers, FM towers. If you are getting FM signal. If you are getting TV signal, we design TV towers. If you are getting cell phone signals, I design cell phone towers. For Reliance Jio, I have done 50,000 towers for Reliance Jio. Even before you heard the word Reliance Jio, we were working for the last 5 years behind to build the infrastructure for the cell phone. And with 96, and none of you know what is cell phone, you are not born. We were designing this network. Idea, Tata Teleservices, Reliance Communications, Vodafone. For all of them, we designed the infrastructure. So, we are the civil engineers behind. So, your tagline is civil engineer behind every need of human beings. We build the constructed facilities. We build the construct. Today, if we are talking here, you have the air conditioning, you have acoustics, you have the lighting, you have ventilation. Who will do all that? This will be civil engineers. So that is why we are here. So I am here to tell you about what all we do, so that you will understand your significance and importance of yourself being in civil engineering, and you should be more committed. So provides amenities for comfortable living. I'm sure you go to movies in theaters. Go? Yeah. So some theaters you feel comfortable. Some theaters you feel no, audio is not good, the screen is not good, I'm not able to see, I'm not able to sit comfortably. You feel no? So who will make the difference of comfort? So this needs the best people, as it is the key to the country's economy. So do you think you are the best people? Say yes. You are the best people. Because the fact that you have chosen to be in civil engineering, I call you the best. Because you understood the need of civilization, you understood the need of civil engineering for humanity, and you have decided to be a civil engineer. Am I correct? So you are the best people now for me. You are going to be the best. Are you?
Yes.
You are not? You? No. You are? No. You sure? You are not? Are you the best? Yeah, please say the happiness and love. So, now, again, what is engineering? So, engineering, now I am defining. Earlier I told from literary. Now the meaning of engineering is, it's a methodical science. Science, you know. What does science deal with? Science deals with the information. Is it? It deals with all that we are living. We know why we are living with science. Oxygen, and then water, the body mechanism, all that, biology, zoology, botany, mathematics, physical science, chemistry, all this. If you put this science in a method, it is called engineering, methodical science. But you will become an engineer if you nurture it in an art. What I do? What is an art? What is an art? Art is painting, you can paint, you can act, you can dance, you can sing. 64 arts are there, fine arts. Is it? There are 64 arts. They are all arts. So we convert science into an art by methodical implementation of the science. So I am also an artist. Being an engineer, experienced engineer, I become an artist. Because you tell me any problem, I will give a solution like a song. What will poet do? Suppose when the Telangana struggle was going on, what did poets do? They converted the struggle into a song. Okay? So you can convert, being an engineer, any problem you can convert it to a song. That is the art. So it's a method. So an analytical science is also engineering. So civil engineering, we discussed what is civil engineering and what is profession now. Why you call it a profession? Who is not a professional? Who is a professional? A doctor is a professional, correct? A lawyer is a professional. A chartered accountant is a professional. A company secretary is a professional. And an engineer is a professional. And IT?
Non-professional.
Is he a professional? How many of IT people are professional? No. Most of the IT guys are going into Passport Seva Kendra or Me Seva or E Seva, all this. No? Are they professionals? They are clerks actually, glorified clerks. IT professional, the so-called testing engineer they call them. Other professionals, testing engineers, they do mechanical. So now I want to define a professional. Who is a professional? How do you differentiate a professional to a non-professional? Suppose you go to a movie, you buy a ticket across the counter. Is he a professional? Because if he works for 40 years, all 40 years he will be typing the same thing, issuing the same ticket, collect the money, or download from the internet. That's not a professional. The professional is the one who grows with the knowledge, who gains the knowledge while working. He is the professional. Okay? So we are all engineers, civil engineers, or by nature professionals. Okay. Now, how do you understand who is a professional? A professional is the one whose value grows with age. No? Because experience, no? I have, Anwar told, I have 32 years experience. So, I told you I can convert problem into a song. So I become a professional. I saw people come to me, the Telangana government wants to build 1 lakh houses in 12 months at a cost, fixed cost of 1,300 rupees. I saw, I give a solution how to do it. How I can do it, I should know everything about foundations, about concrete, about steel, about design, about construction methods, everything. I know how to construct, how to plan, so I become a professional. So let us take acting profession. Who are professionals? Name the best actor. Amitabh Bachchan. No? In Telugu you have Chiranjeevi. And in Tamil, Rajinikanth. In Kannada, Rajkumar. Maybe you don't know about them, probably. You only know Shah Rukh Khan or Salman Khan. No. What I am trying to say is, Amitabh Bachchan, today, you know what is his value as an individual? If he leaves everything, his house, everything, and stands in a desert, he can be auctioned for 1,000 crores. Seriously. His value is 1,000 crores. He was valued 20 years back 350 crores. Amitabh Bachchan. And like that, a professional's value grows. Now what is the value of Hemaman? What is the value of Rekha? What is the value of Savitri? Why we go Shreya Charan? Now Shreya we have actress. What is their value? But they are also acting professionals. Why they have lost the value? What is the value of Aishwarya right now? No, it's less. No? It's less. Chilla, now recently this word was Chilla. Mansi Chilla. And recent Tamil Nadu girl was the best word, Miss India. So what I am trying to say is, if your value goes down with the age and experience, then you are not a professional. So if you are an actor, so we civil engineers are like heroes. I call them as heroes. Professionals are heroes. Their value grows with age and experience. And IT fellows, they have the highest value in the beginning, like heroines. And after 10 years, their value will be lost. Seriously, my friends, I have my friends, my classmates who are in IT, who are struggling. And I struggled in the beginning, like heroes struggled in the beginning to reach that stage. I struggled. Now I am better, I am happier. That's why I am able to spend time with you today. I have a lot of time with you, but still I have money. So my value of time has gone up. So that is the value of profession. Then challenges. It's not that it's a cake. Everybody can't become Amitabh Bachchan, isn't it? So who can become Amitabh Bachchan? The best actor. So the best civil engineers can become best professionals. Now, how do you become best civil engineer? How do you become best civil engineer? Any one of you, can you guess how you can become best civil engineer? No? That's right. By accepting challenges. That is after becoming civil engineer. But how do you become best civil engineer? Yes, by learning more about civil engineering. How do you learn more about civil engineering? Yes, so I am going to explain all that. Okay, now academics. So I was told among you, somebody has got 2000 rank in MCET. MCET only now. And then the last cutoff was 6000. That's very good actually. That means Vasavi College is one of the best academic institutions. Okay? In fact, when we were studying 36 years back, as we said, the rank, if you don't get beyond 500, you can't even get civil. So that was so tough. Nowadays, it has lost its relevance. Rank has lost its relevance. Even a fellow who is not qualifying can join civil. Then, which is the best branch of engineering for him? It is civil, because civil engineering is the one which you can learn easily. It only demands your time, it only demands your commitment, it only demands your passion. Passion, you know what is passion? What is your passion? Huh? Riding bike, reading book. Wow, rhythmic. Very nice. And what is your passion? Art. Which art?
Drawing.
Painting? Wow, very good. And what is your passion? You only. Check. Passion? Anything? Cricket? Wow, very good. What's your passion? Yeah. Cricket. Passion. That means midnight 12 o'clock I wake you up, you ready go and start playing. That is the passion. Okay. And what's your passion? Huh? Chess. Wow. What about you? Passion. Movies. Oh, very good. And you write reviews? If you watch movie, you should write a review. I write, whenever I go for a movie, if you see my Facebook page, if you read my Facebook page, you know when I watch a movie. So I write review. As soon as, because we are spending 3 hours of our lifetime, and you don't write a review at least, how do you remember later? How do you spend 3 hours of your life? Okay? So this is the passion. So civil engineering, now you have to also add passion to civil engineering. Okay? If you want to be the best civil engineer, add passion to civil engineering. I have passion for civil engineering. I live in it, I live on it. Okay? I make life with it. So now, how many of you are in sports now? That's good. That's good. You know, I go to colleges. I ask final year students, how many of you play sports? None of them play sports. So, how many of you who are in sports now, who raise your hand, were from Chaitanya or Narayana College? Oh, that's good. I was under the impression that if you are in Narayana or Chaitanya, you can't play sports. I was under that impression. So now, why I am showing this is a civil engineer should also be a good sportsman. But because I am a civil engineer, I go to sites. Though I am a design engineer, I go to site. I climb 14 floors up, 14 floors down, and another 14 floors up, 14 floors down. So if I don't have stamina, and in the hot sun, I do it. So if you are a sportsman, particularly those who play cricket test match, that means 5 days you should keep playing in the hot sun. Then you are a good sibling also. Okay? You play volleyball, you play hockey, you play football. What I am telling you is make it a point to play some sport at least 1 to 2 hours a day, even in exams. More important in exams actually. Because you will be stressed otherwise. If you play sports, that is the time. Sport I am saying particularly because you require physical fitness, stamina. You know what is stamina? Anybody in marathon here? Who will go for marathon? What is marathon? Running for 42 kilometers non-stop. That is marathon. So anybody here who will go for marathon? Try. And how many of you can climb 10 floors non-stop? You have climbed any time? Which building? My home. Wow. And you? Same. All of you are from my home. Huh? That's good. That's good. So sports is very important. Actually, in my regular lectures, when I go to college, I used to ask them. So now I made it a point, I make the slide because it's very important. I deal with a lot of civil engineering students, I train them for internship, project, and I ask them, none of them go for sports. I am fortunate, I don't finish a day without a sport. Some sport, I can play ball badminton, I can play kabaddi, I can play cricket, I can play volleyball, I can play shuttle badminton, I can play lawn tennis, all this. So if you don't have any ground or anything, I can play kabaddi. So that is the beauty. Next is laboratories. Civil engineers, the labs are very important. You should, I used to enjoy going to workshop in my college. I used to feel proud wearing that blue coat and going with that tools, electrical, carpentry, tin metal work, and all electrical, carpentry, tin metal work, all workshops I used to do. And then we have these labs, material labs, cement, steel, testing labs, concrete, making concrete. I enjoy doing all that. So you should also start liking holding the concrete with your hands and feel the concrete, how it is. Okay? You should be blindfolded and hold concrete and say this is M25 grade concrete. Its water cement ratio is 0.4. Like that you should be able to tell. That should be the professional thing. You know, some doctors are there who will just see your pulse and tell you have a fever, all that. You know, there are expert doctors. So labs are very important. So your attendance for lab should be 100%. Don't miss any lab. It's very important. Next is the newspaper. How many of you read newspaper? Oh, that's good. Reading newspaper, actually, okay. If Ramara was not there, probably you can think I'm lying. But he is the live witness. We both used to have lunch. Morning we used to rush for the college. Afternoon we used to have 1 hour gap. After lunch we used to sit and read newspaper. And then you get sleep when you read newspaper. So we used to have a tea and then go to class. So reading newspaper is very important. And today also I read newspaper and I played tennis. I read newspaper and then I come out. Then only I come out. Because it's very important. When you read newspaper, you know what is happening around you in the city. Particularly more important for civil engineers. I want all of you to go back today, home, read newspaper and write how much news is there related to civil engineering construction and show it to Ramarao now. This is the assignment. Okay? And whoever gives the best information, I'll give a prize. Ramarao is the judge. You will have a surprising prize, I'm telling you. Okay? Maybe iPhone. Maybe iPhone. Okay? So please try to take it. Yeah. It's a challenge. That shows how important it is to read newspaper. Okay? Because I read newspaper, I can argue with people more easily. Because I am equipped with it. Okay, now you may say, okay, you are an old man. Your olden days, you have to read newspaper. Now I have everything in my hand. Whenever, whatever I want, I get it. You may say, no. But your information input is not systematic, I would say. Because you are driven by whatever comes through WhatsApp, whatever comes through Facebook, or whatever pop-ups come from the news. They will give news which are paid actually. You know that? They are paid. Whereas, if you read newspaper, the first page headlines, you have the sports page, you have the international page, you have the city, you have your locality, you have business, you have international, like that, national, regional. Everything is in one page in newspaper, you can go and see. So if you read the newspaper completely, you have traveled the whole world. That is the advantage. And you have a passion for sports, you can get the sports information. Who has won Wimbledon, who has won World Cup football, all that. So it's very important. Reading newspaper, don't forget. I am telling you, you have two options. One is follow what I say, the other is ignore what I say.
So you have designed that shell for the Wimbledon?
Retract roof. You know, in Wimbledon, there used to be gaps every time match goes on. It rains. In July, you know, it's a rainy season. And so they have made a roof over Wimbledon stadium, indoor stadium, not indoor, it's an open stadium. So that retractable roof, that is called. It closes when it rains, it closes, otherwise it's open. Okay? And I work with that company for that design. And next is most important, internship. What is internship? You are all studying engineering. You will be getting a lot of gaps, like I have seen your calendar, academic calendar, Dasara holidays, you will get. Try to do some work. Try to earn money. But that work should be related to our education. Try to earn money during these 4 years. So it's very important, internship. Go to the sites, construction sites, understand what is happening so that you develop more interest to study in your class. Okay? Next most important thing is attendance, attention and classroom. That's what so when you sit in a class, you have to sit in all the classes. I keep asking people, how many of you had 100% attendance in your plus 2 class or 12 class? 100%? Not even a single class? Anybody else? Please come. What's your name? Pranay. Where are you from? Madinapur. So Pranay has got 100% attendance in 12th standard. So I'll ask you after final year engineering. I'll not forget, you know. And you should say the 100% in all 4 years. Okay? You should make it. I mean, what are the causes that make you abstain from the class? Let us debate on it. Why you should abstain from that? What is your primary role now? From today till you finish final year, what is your primary role? To become a civil engineer, graduate, isn't it? To graduate in civil engineering. So, what else will be more important than this to abstain from the class? Why you abstain? I am seeing a lot of people. That's why when Sridhar asked me to talk to you, I thought it is better to talk to you before than curse you later. Is it not? I take classes for your senior, second year, third year, fourth year. If anybody tries to rag you, you ask only one question. Do you have 100% attendance? Then you can rag me. So none of you can rag you. Is it not? So, attending class is the most important thing for all of you. Nothing else should be more important than attending class. It must be the most boring class. It must be the most boring teacher. But if you miss them, I mean, there is good in every bad thing also. You at least learn what not to do. Is it not? My teacher told me, when you don't understand anything, my teacher in the college engineering, he told me, if you don't understand anything, at least you have ears and you can write what you hear, you do that. That's it. It must be the worst thing you are writing, but still you are practicing how to write fast, how to write what you don't understand. That also important. So you will be learning every minute you spend in this campus. That's the most important thing. Class. Next is the social cause. I also tell civil engineers have the opportunity to solve civic problems. What are civic problems? How many of you ride bike or car? Yeah, right. Or at least bicycle. Yeah, bicycle also. Anything riding is riding. So how many of you curse bad roads or a speed breaker when you come across? Curse. What is the speed breaker? Hit my back. No? So many. If all of you are telling you are not cursing, that means you are lying. Or you can take the worst trouble in your life. You accept the problem, you don't solve the problem. Is it correct? No. We have to solve the problems. We should not accept the problem. Yesterday, I was telling somebody, the only difference between me and the one who thinks he is not lucky. You know, people say that guy is a lucky guy. There is nothing called luck in life. The only difference between the so-called luck and unluck is the luck fellow is the one who will not accept any problem. He will start solving. If he finds a problem, he will start solving. Unluck fellow is the one who is lazy, who doesn't solve the problem, he accepts the problem, he lives in the problem. That is the only difference. So try to solve. So the social cause, they are all the students. The photograph you are seeing are all the students of some engineering college where I motivate them to go and solve. Like, 2016, the roads were very bad. So I made 150 engineering students, civil engineering students, spend their Dasara vacation on roads. Save Hyderabad is on wheels show. Show Hyderabad. That means Save Hyderabad is on wheels in Hyderabad. So this is the project we did. We surveyed the roads, we identified the problems that are there in the roads, why those problems are there, and we submitted the report to the GHMC. Like that, we do so many flooding, lakes encroachment, and colonies waste management, construction and demolition waste. We see so many. Some of you must be feeling problem with the garbage near your home. It's not being lifted properly. It will be stinking. Or drains overflowing. Sewage. So we should solve all that. So that is the social cause. You must form groups of friends and go to the places where there are problems and try to solve them. So this is the next most important thing is anywhere, anytime, keep observing. You are a civil engineer, 24/7, and all of the wherever you go, you can be a civil engineer. Like flight sometimes, is there any doctor, people call, like that. We are civil engineers, and if you are in flight aircraft, you can study what is the runway, what is the airport and all. If you are in a bus every day, coming to the college, you can keep observing the roads, shoulders, trains and all that. If you are at home or if you are sitting here, what is this beam depth, what is the beam width, how slab is constructed, is it plastered, what paint is they have used, what are the doors made of, like that. You can keep observing, so you can gain knowledge, you can improve your analyzing power. That is the advantage of being a civil engineer. Rivers, canals, drains, garbage, construction, anything that happens around you is connected with your education, civil engineering. I learned a lot observing things around me. So that is the advantage of being civil engineer. When a computer hardware fellow keep observing, what he will observe? He will observe a monitor, he will observe a keyboard, he will observe a CPU. Whereas we have so many things wherever we go. So the next thing is the training. Train yourself, learn the things, they're all the things. And it's a vast scope, civil engineering. Huge scope. There is enough to eat actually. It is all how much you can eat. That is the profession. So only thing that is expected from you is commitment. That is, you are committed to civil engineering till your last breath. Suppose I am there, I am most sought after as a civil engineer. I don't have a minute free. I am an idle of what to do. And I always tell, the punishment to anybody in life is what? How do government punish people? A criminal. You are sent to jail. So what is that? Sent to jail means what? You cannot do what you want. That is jail. So if you are a civil engineer, you are never in jail. This is what I make a statement. You can enjoy doing your work and you have enough work. If you are sitting at home, if you think you are jobless, you can create job for yourself. Walk in your colony, meet all the people, identify what problems they have and start giving solutions to them. Don't expect money. Money will come later. If you solve their problem, you will earn money. So every house has a problem. Huh? Every house, some crack, some leakage, some tap not working, some drain is not flowing, all that. So we have vast scope. And we are the happiest people, I would say. So I always ask, when you are the happiest person so far? Is it when you got the MSET rank? Is it when you had the best food in Pizza Hut or McDonald's or Coffee Day, or watching the best movie, wearing the best clothes? When you are the happiest. Define happiness. You should understand that now, because everyone wants to be happy. Happy birthday, they say, many happy with that. What is that happy?
When our thoughts means our actions.
Pardon?
When our thoughts means our actions.
Yeah, that's right. Any other?
When we do what we love.
That's right. When you do what you learn or what you like. So now you are in civil engineering. Do you like civil engineering?
Yes.
Raise the hands who like civil engineering. Wow, 100%. That's really good. I'm happy. So you like civil engineering. Now you are all married to civil engineering. No? And as per our custom, once we are married, it is very difficult to divorce. Is it not? It's not easy to divorce. In fact, many couples who are not happy also live together because divorce is a bit more difficult than living together. So civil engineering also is like that. It is such a good profession. You better like it. You better like it and start enjoying and be committed to it and create passion for it. Something or other. There are so many fields, I will show that. So, happiness is psychological. It is eternal actually. The best happiness I get is when somebody was telling Surya Prakash has designed GVK. Wow. I have designed. And you know, my client, once he was very happy, I solved the toughest problem in GVK model. I will not tell you now, you can't understand what it is. So he told, what can I do for you? How can I repay your debt? I said, give me movie ticket whenever I want. That's the only thing I want. I'll buy it. It's not free. But suppose you want to go for a movie and you can't get it anywhere, you book my show or go to the, and you are most disappointed. So now I solved that problem. I told him, whenever I want, I'll call you. You have to just give me the ticket. I'll go and watch. And I rate GVK as the best, INOX is the best theater in Hyderabad. I enjoy the audio, song. So I get even 15 minutes before I call. 9:30 is the show. 9:15 I'll call, I get the ticket. That is a lifetime. Already it is 10 years since GVK is open. I never was denied a ticket. I'll get the ticket. See the happiness. So if you solve the problem, you will be the happiest person. I'm the happiest person. Okay? And competition, unhappy, all these ethics. What are ethics now for you? As a student, what are your ethics? First is you should respect your institution. You should respect your class. You should respect your teacher. You should respect the discipline. What is discipline? Punctuality. And etiquette. What is etiquette? Dress, hair, and the shoe, polish shoe, everything. You should oil your hair. That's an etiquette. Because if you look clean, fresh, and aesthetic, you are respecting others, not yourself. Because you must make others feel good when they look at you. That is etiquette actually. So if you wear a sleeveless banian and a short 3/4 and go to the class, you are happy, but others are not. Is it not? So you have to respect. We are wearing good dress to respect others. So that is etiquette actually. So you have to, comb hair, shave. These are all important actually. Or, if you want to grow beard, but make it look nice. So that is the discipline. Ethics, they are the ethics. So most important thing of a student is being a student. And the first duty of the student is to attend the class. Architecture, now profession. Civil engineers deal with architects, we deal with the geotechnical, we deal with electrical. You should understand basic. You have electrical technology, you have the mechanical technology. You should know all these things. And we do with estimate, costing, we deal with detailed project reports, architecture, survey, geological, and metallurgical, electrical and mechanical, public health engineering, heating, ventilation and air conditioning, lighting, acoustics, signage, landscape, arboriculture, and circulation. And then we have these statutory bodies. And so it's a vicious circle. Many people, did any one of you had Santa Pusava at home because he joined civil engineering? Parents feel, my son has joined civil engineering. No. I heard earlier that parents are discouraging. Even some 4 days back, somebody has come to me, my client. He said that his brother, in fact I asked him to come here to listen to my lecture. His brother was feeling so bad because his son joined civil. I mean, it's so bad. So you should go and tell. If you are a good civil engineer, there is no dearth of jobs. There is enough scope. I keep recruiting people, good people. If I feel somebody like Prashant has brought his friend from Delhi, he wants a job, I give him a job. So, but only thing is, don't compare yourself with somebody else. You should work first. You should. In civil engineering, your graph is like this. In IT, your graph is like this. So you will cross IT fellows after 10 years. Please don't compare yourself for 10 years with him. Maybe you will cross in 3 years itself if you are very good. But definitely after 10 years. Because IT fellows are bound to fall after 10 years. They will not grow. I am telling you. Tell your friends also convert them into civil engineering if they want. Yeah, seriously. If there are good people, I always tell, today also I am giving you offer, end of 4 years, if you have 100% or more than 90% attendance and more than 90% marks, you can walk into my office for a job. You are appointed today. I don't get such people. Then why you complain about no job? There are enough jobs for good civil engineers, actually. So, better lifestyle, better living needs, better constructed business. So there is a WhatsApp message going rounds actually. What is that? Doctors make money out of sick people, and chartered accountants make money out of tax defaulters. Lawyers make money out of litigation. There are distressed people now. Engineers make money out of flourishing people. We build house for a person who is earning well. We build good roads and metro and all for good economy. If government, one saying, you had lesson also in school. In Mexico, the king wanted to bring back the economy. They will start digging holes. Construction is the one which will drive the economy, GDP. Many people ask how Telangana government is able to give houses free of cost. 8 lakh rupees free to 1 lakh, 2 lakh people. Means how much it is costing the government? 16,000 crores. How much they are giving to farmers? Right to one.
5,000.
4,000 rupees for 56 lakh farmers each. 4,000. How much is that? 25,000 rupees. Will the government get any tax back when they pay to the farmers 4,000 rupees? No. But when you give house free of cost, how much employment is generated? How much of tax comes back? How much GDP industry flourishes? So much. So that is the beauty of construction. Whatever money you spend in construction, it will improve the economy. So we have this hydrology. We deal with rainfall, groundwater, irrigation, command area development, canals, drains, dams, barrages, hydroelectric thing. We generate power from like Srisailam and all. Public health, drainage and water supply. Environment, quality air, quality treatment of effluents, treatment of solid waste. We deal with that. Ramki Enviro Engineers is a company which is a startup in Hyderabad, which does 2,000 crores turnover in waste management. Only waste management. Whatever we think we are throwing out, they make money out of it. And then power. We deal with generation, transmission. These are towers, we design these towers. And distribution. And then communication. We deal with these towers. We design these towers. And then we have structures, housing, roads, highways and rural roads. And we have railways. We deal with railways, airports, ports and harbors, bridges. So many things. Surveying we do, specialization. Heavy mining industry, medium engineering industries like automobile. Mahindra, Benz, or BMW, they have to make cars. We are behind the car manufacturing facilities. And process industries, food processing. You know, Amazon, Flipkart, whatever their supply chain management, we are behind. We build the large warehouses, 10 lakh square feet, single shed. We have designed, we execute that kind of shed. And materials, we deal with the flooring, we deal with paints, we deal with the machinery. Construction planning and management, tiles, tourism and entertainment. This is another big industry we deal with. We design resorts, hotels, snow world, film city, Eat Street, Jal Vihar, Ocean Park. I have designed all this. So we deal with entertainment and leisure. Academics and research. How many of you want to become academicians, means professors here? Anybody wants to become? No? This is another sad story, actually. You complain about bad teachers? Did you come across bad teachers? Not here, anywhere. Who don't teach well, who you are not satisfied. Huh? All come across bad teachers. Then you cannot complain if you don't want to be good. If you think you are good, why you don't become a teacher? You should become teachers also, like Rama. He is the best in my class when I studied engineering, and he chose to be a professor. Committed, passionate. Like that, we need more good teachers also and researchers. Research is the best thing where you are sacrificing everything. Then teacher, you sacrifice. Then technocrat, then IAS or administrators, then politicians. Politicians are least sacrificing, actually. They think they sacrifice a lot, but they are not sacrificing. So you have a career in design, planning, tendering, estimation, construction, technology, so many opportunities. Quality control, technical audit, soil investigation, geotechnical engineering, global consulting, IT applications, valuation, entrepreneurship, contractors, project managers, builders, and government departments. So integrity is the challenge. Integrity means what? Engineer, being an engineer, doing engineering. This is the integrity of engineers. And leadership, you have to participate in being with the team, doing the teamwork. Managerial abilities, public trust, people don't trust, and professional ethics. These are the challenges. So this is all I wanted to share with you. And these are all the projects we did in Cochin and housing. And this is a IT park in Agartala. We have completed this project. And this is a defense project we have done in Tawang. Doklam, you know, close to that. Tawang. These are the airstrips. We have got many awards for this project for having completed a challenging project. This is the nuclear power corporation. And this is the housing for defense people, quarters. And I'll go fast because time is done. These are all, and this is a Tech Mahindra. All the offices we designed and we managed. This is housing, Janapriya, Ethiopia, Dell in high-tech city. This is housing in Saket, Vasavi, 26-story residential building. ISP, 20-story residential building. This is mass housing, and these are hospitals, Jinikava, Ashokama, Jalviha, Ocean Park, and laser gallery, Lumini, and Snow World. All these offices, lab labs, commercial building, and power plants. This is metro, Gurgaon metro also actually. So industrial buildings, power plants, and the ITC, all this. So these are all the projects which we did. Housing. So I have completed about 2 crore square feet of houses. 2 crore square feet, that means about 30,000, 40,000 houses I have built. And I'm building now about 20,000 houses. I'm constructing, I'm designing. That's the opportunity we have, we are committed. And this is the Vodalkulam nuclear power plant housing. We have got the best award, best design award. And Maharshi Institute of Management, colleges, engineering colleges, universities, business schools, Indus International, and offices, government offices. And we also do the bridges, roads, and the metro, Chennai metro, special structures like this, dome, stadium, sports stadium, auditoriums, interior. These are all the things. So, this is my background. So I don't have time for questions, but you can always interact with me. Try to go and like Facebook page called Smart Invest. I am connected with that page always. So if you have any questions, you can ask me through that page, and I can also connect with you through WhatsApp group. If you have a class, you make a group, you can interact with me anytime. So thank you very much. I thank you.
Thank you very much. So, dear students, today you really made a great beginning. You had the greatest opportunity to listen to so many aspects related to civil engineering in so short a time from a person who has actually sacrificed so much of his time and energy in pursuit of excellence in civil engineering. So, as he rightly says, it's very important to have a passion. It's very important to dream, and it's also very important to work hard to turn that dream into a reality. So I think you will take inspiration from his words and try your best with the best civil engineers. That will make you good professionals. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.